Hey everybody, Thomas Joseph here, and today we are tackling a popular conundrum, and that is the Dutch baby. Now, have many of you out there stopped short of making this impressive breakfast treat because it seems so intimidating? Well, it's actually really easy, only a few ingredients, and you know what? It's delicious and impressive. So let's get started. All right, a Dutch baby, it is 4 ingredients for the most part: flour, butter, milk, and eggs. That's all you need to make this wonderful, impressive pancake. Now, there's a little bit of salt, and if you wanted some spice, you could certainly do that as well, but it's really just those 4 ingredients. Now, I have a mixing bowl here, and to that I'm going to add a half a cup of whole milk, and all you need is whole milk. You don't need heavy cream, you don't need any buttermilk or anything like that. So, simple whole milk. I'm gonna add 2 eggs. Now the eggs are the main leavening here. That's gonna give you this wonderful puffy pancake. And if you're unsure what a Dutch baby is, it's basically like a large format popover, or if you know what a Yorkshire pudding is, it's basically the same thing, except it doesn't have all of that beef fat, that wonderful flavor that goes along with it. So I'm gonna start my pan here. This is 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and this is an 8-inch skillet. Now you could use a cast iron skillet, you could use just a standard stainless steel skillet like I have here. It will puff up nicely in any vessel. You just wanna make sure that you're using the right size for this recipe. Nothing too big, otherwise it's not gonna be as impressive and voluminous. So that's melting, and I'm gonna finish my batter up here. I'm gonna whisk the eggs and the milk together. I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of standard all-purpose flour. And one thing you don't really need to be worried about here, guys, is any lumps. So don't over whisk this batter. You don't wanna whisk it too much where you don't see any of those lumps. They're gonna work their way out of the batter during the cooking process. So if there are lumps, don't be worried. Just don't over mix this guy. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of seasoning. So coarse kosher salt, and then I'm using nutmeg today, but you could use whatever you'd like to flavor this. If you wanted to add a little bit of vanilla, that would be really fantastic. You could add a little bit of lemon zest, some ground cinnamon if that's what you liked, or you could just leave the spice out completely. It's totally up to you. So the butter is nice and melted. Just swirl it around the pan a little bit so it comes up the side. And now take your super simple batter, pour it right into the skillet. Now make sure you have an oven preheated to 425 degrees with the rack in the middle of the oven, and you wanna make sure that there isn't a rack that's above it, because this is gonna puff up nicely in the oven, and you wanna make sure that it has plenty of room to grow. So I'm gonna turn the heat off and go right into that 425 degree oven. This will take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. All right, guys, the Dutch baby has been in the oven for about 20 minutes. Now you wanna make sure when it's in the oven, don't open the door. Allow this to kind of grow up the side of the pan undisturbed, almost like a souffle, and it will reach its maximum potential and create a nice crisp crust. Now, when it comes out of the oven, a little bit of confectioner's sugar over the top, because this doesn't really have any sugar in the batter. You can serve this with so many different things. You can give it a little bit of a squeeze of lemon. That's really great to kind of offset all of that richness from the butter. I like to serve with some macerated berries, any fruits that are in season, or you could really just serve this with your favorite jam or jelly. So I hope I've inspired you to make this delicious breakfast brunch treat at home. It's really simple to make. It's not intimidating at all. And if you have any kitchen conundrums, any breakfast conundrums, please do reach out to us using the hashtag Kitchen Conundrums. We love to hear from you guys, and enjoy your impressive Dutch babies. And as always, guys, click like and subscribe.